All right, it's time for another episode of Go Talk. Today, I am joined with Harry, owner and creator of EuroGoTV. Welcome, Harry.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
And today, I think we are playing on your personal Go server, correct?
Correct?
Cool. And you're playing black, and I'm playing white.
Yeah.
So, welcome. And one of the first things I guess we'll get to is that you have this thing called EuroGoTV. I heard about it through the AGA newsletter, the e-journal.
Mhm.
Why don't you tell me really quickly what service EuroGoTV provides?
Uh, mm, Quite a lot, actually. It started in 2007. At the time, I live in Amsterdam near the European Go Center. And I was in contact with them and I asked, are there instruction videos, Go videos about Go?
Hmm.
And they said, no, actually not. I said, okay, why not? Why don't we make some and put them on YouTube and the whole world can benefit from the knowledge that's in the center?
Hmm.
And they were not that enthusiastic and they said, well, if you think that is a good idea, why don't you do it yourself? So I did. I created EuroGoTV. Actually, I wrote the whole website in like 2 weeks and then the European Go Congress in Austria started,
Hmm.
and, and yeah, I was there for like 2 weeks together with my wife, and we made like a lot of videos. We put them on YouTube, and yeah, that was the start. So like 1 month later, we had over 1,000 members.
Oh, wonderful. And then eventually, I think it expanded to try and cover a lot of European Go events. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. So yeah, it was like from the start. It was also my idea to yeah to film people live. So I find it really exciting to watch people who are thinking and like fighting mentally.
Hmm.
And I think you can see it if you want to see it. And for me, it's exciting TV.
Right.
So I wanted to show that to other people.
Cool, cool. Yeah, definitely. And has it changed over time since 2007 with technology getting better and
Yeah, for
different
sure.
streaming services?
Because I started with like the most simple webcam and video camera, and over time I bought like semi-professional equipment,
Hmm.
and yeah, the only thing the platform to stream the live streaming, this is the one thing that is not like to the standard I want.
I see. So, it's definitely right now, I think it's a very exciting time in Go, not only just around the world, but also in Europe. The one thing I saw with Europe is that you now have a European Go professionals happening. You also have I think someone from uh, some Finland, I think his name. He just recently became a professional in Japan. What have
It's
you been
finished.
Finnish? What have you been seeing in the changes in Go lately that really excites you?
Uh, it really excites me. Oh, that's a difficult question. I can't answer this question.
Oh, you can.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Well, definitely with the changes in Go, for me, it is interesting to see how widespread Go is slowly becoming. Definitely, there are changes that I've seen that I haven't seen earlier. One of them, like I said, the professional league. It used to me, it used to only be something that I would expect. I would I would have only thought that maybe something in China or something that I wouldn't have expected to show up to the European audience, and it's really interesting to see that happening. Um, but also the internet changing is also really interesting.
The internet is, yeah, but yeah, the internet was already there when I learned how to play Go.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How did you start? How did you
uh,
start playing Go?
I was playing chess at a regional level,
Mhm.
and I was there's a chess cafe in Amsterdam, and there were two old guys always playing Go, and I was actually making jokes of them all the time. And one day I was in another chess cafe, and some guy asked me, "How do you want to play a game of Go?"
Mhm.
And I said, "Oh, sure." And he gave me 9 stones, and I lost. And I could not understand that I could lose from this person because in chess I could very easily beat him.
Right.
So I asked for a rematch again with 9 stones, and again I lost. And then I went home and actually to the house of my girlfriend wife. She had internet, and I googled it, and I came to Japanese Go server WW
Mhm.
and I played for almost 24 hours in a row until I finally won a game.
Oh, wow. And then that was the beginning of your Go journey?
Yeah,
Well, that's
uh,
go ahead.
actually, Go saved my life in a way. That's why also like I put a lot of effort to give something back to Go.
Oh, interesting. Um, Definitely, yeah, the EuroGo TV is a really cool way to give back. Everybody I see these days online, really enjoys instructional videos, really enjoys doing that, and having something centered in Europe to be able to do that is really nice. Um, so I think so. Some of the service you did, I think you said some tournament streaming, right? And then you said you were also doing interviews. Is that correct?
Yeah, I had table talks, no, not Go talks, but table talks. So if you go, actually, I blocked them at the moment, but let's say if you go tomorrow to the video section in EuroGoTV and you in the search field you search for table talks, you
Hmm.
see I did like this concept we're doing now, so talking and playing a game of Go.
Hmm.
I already started that in 2007,
Oh, cool.
and I did it with a lot of yeah, big tournaments. And at the end, I interview people while playing a game of Go.
Oh, nice. So I have you to thank this idea.
No, uh, I think most good ideas, a lot of people come up to it independently. So
Hmm. Well, definitely. And the other thing about Go in Europe, I mean, with America, we have a bunch of different states, but we're all typically American, and it's one big organization. With Europeans, I feel like it's a bunch of different countries, and there's also a big arcing uh, European Go Federation. Is that correct?
yeah,
So is it interesting trying to manage your service with all these different federations or different countries? Or do you mostly just focus on Amsterdam?
oh no, not at all. I'm more focused abroad than in the Netherlands. Um, yeah, I'm not connected to the EGF or a Go association. I'm like really
Hmm.
independent,
Okay.
and yeah, uh, actually I do what I want.
That's good though. Um, so I mean, you find out a lot of these people and you talk to them, and most of them must be pretty willing to talk about it, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that is I feel that is a nice part of Go is that especially when you play it person to person and you get to see them face to face, you're not only because the other line, the thing that's commonly said in Japanese is that another way of talking about Go is that it's like hand talk, and I think being able to see someone person to person makes you really willing to talk about these things and uh, try and share your love of the game. So I think that's a great thing that you're meeting these people, and you're able to have talks with them and want to talk about this game. Where are you typically meeting them? Just major tournaments, or
Yeah, yeah. So the last 2 years is a little less, but uh, let's say from between 2008 and 2013, I was there at like all major European Go tournaments, and yeah, I think I know most of the people who play Go in Europe, like especially the high done players, of course, but also the person who just loves the game. And
cool.
I met several thousand people, and of course, there are always a few people you don't like, but most people, Go player seems to be my kind of people.
So the interesting thing about Go in Europe that I don't understand, like how often do events occur, and yeah, how often do events occur?
I think there's every weekend a few tournaments in Europe.
Every week? Oh wow, so there's like no shortage of things happening.
No, no, but they're not all the same size.
Hmm.
But uh, yeah, every weekend there's something to do, and of course, every evening there are like dozens of clubs in Europe where you can play. So
Cool. So there's never a shortage. I'm guessing so, and things are pretty close, right? You have to get from one place to another.
so if you are from an American point of view, I think you can say it is all very close, but yeah, in our perspective, yeah, not.
Oh. um, that's really cool. So with all there's with a short, there are always events going on. And there's always something cool to look at. Let's see. So you attend a lot of these then, or
I did the last 2 years, not so much anymore, but um, for sure, like every 2 months, I'm somewhere abroad.
hmm.
But it used to be like at least once a month.
Okay.
So
Let's go back to talking about Yogo TV. How have your views on providing Go content online changed since maybe you first started, or maybe what you want to emphasize be it how you view it, or maybe how these sites progress. Maybe you've seen a lot of people really enjoy a certain thing that you offer. That you're like, oh, maybe I should focus on this. Has that changed since the beginning of it?
um, yes, so in the beginning, I was really focused on just information,
Mm,
and now my personal interest is more on the entertainment side of it.
so explain, what do you mean by the instrument?
I don't know if you know, but a few years ago at a show with somebody also living here in Amsterdam, Kim Ouwelein. He has now Badook Movies, but we did a show together. He played the smart teacher, and I was the stupid student. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And uh, yeah, that I liked much more than just say this is the right move and this is how you should do it.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, there's a lot of at least in America, a lot of the times I see people now that play, they always say, "Oh, what brought them in was something entertaining," be it the anime that
Yeah.
everyone's very well aware of, or just seeing something once or twice online. But And I think doing that is a really good thing for Go because then it can spread it. Because the thing I'm always worried about, even in explaining the game to a newcomer, is getting into something really worrisome and technical that maybe
Yeah.
if they started, then they'd be like, oh, well, this is a lot of information to take in, especially for something completely new. So that is cool. So give me an example of some content that you're that's in the works that you're going to provide.
Um, Actually, what I was planning to make actually already 2 years, but through global politics, I'm like reluctant to produce it. I was want to make a show that I play like three figures, so one myself, one American Go player, and one Russian Go player, and we would comment on games. And yeah, I thought that would be really funny, but because of how global politics is developing, I guess it's not so funny.
I actually think that's a really good idea. I did something similar before where, because I feel that at least as I've gotten stronger, trying to I sometimes can forget how a weaker player thinks, and I think having a lot of different people at least talk about it invites someone in to say, "Oh, this is how they think," and I might be able to adjust how I think. So
Yeah,
I hope you still consider it maybe on some level. I think that'd be really cool to make.
I will make it, but I don't know if I will publish it because yeah.
Okay. Um, so with the reintroduction of GoTV Online, that's happened recently, and congratulations on that. Um, I think so. You'll be focusing on entertainment, and then is there anything else that you might be focusing on
Uh,
that you're willing to tell us?
no, the biggest thing is I will have like a truly European Go calendar where you see all the tournaments, also the very small one,
Hmm.
and all the the data of the club evenings and stuff like this. So you see a map of Europe, and you see each day where something is.
Oh, so you're gonna like handle even just letting people know where to play Go, and maybe produce something where you can say, "Oh, this is what the place looks like."
Yeah, something, and I want to produce. You know the word selfie, so it's a photo of yourself,
Right.
and I will produce Wolfies. This WAWVE
Hmm.
I. So who are we videos,
Oh, okay.
and not only for Go and for sports, but also for businesses.
Oh,
So
cool.
a website, wolfie.com.
Hmm.
And but anyway, I will start with the Go stuff and hope to add the business part later.
Nice, nice. Um, so let's talk about maybe. So you said you got started because of your chess club. Um, is that about right?
Yeah, in a way with my chess friends. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about maybe what it was like to start learning Go. Around when did you start playing Go?
I
Start really
learned
focusing.
Go at 4 November 2003,
Okay.
and yeah, like 2 months later, I stopped with smoking and all the stupid stuff I did,
Oh, I see.
and yeah, so, in a way, I was 38 at that moment,
Hmm.
and yeah.
So was it so in America at that time? I think there were some Go websites. Well, mostly the AGA, but places you could buy books. What's it like to learn Go in Europe? Is there a lot of Are there a lot of materials? What materials would you usually get?
Okay, yeah. What I was saying, I'm living in Amsterdam, and that's where the European Go Center is.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like I think all the English written books that there are in the world that are probably there. So if I wanted, but I didn't do, I could have read a lot of books. But yeah, I learned Go by one side playing online with like Japanese people who didn't speak any English, so it was just play on a small board. That's
Hmm.
why my nickname is also HW9X9.
I see.
And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And in Amsterdam, there are a lot of very strong Go players. So like a few 6 dans and a lot of 5 and 4 dans. And yeah,
Oh, cool, cool.
I learned a lot from them too.
I can also see from your background that you also do you enjoy a lot of board games. I see a bunch
Oh
behind
yeah,
you.
I think I've like maybe 50, 60 games or something like this.
And so you play a lot of different board games, or do you mostly just for as a hobby?
Uh, yeah, I don't play a lot anymore, but
I
I
see.
used to play a lot.
Okay. Is there something? What is it about Go that you like so much? Then is there anything
You
in
can
particular?
afford to make a tactical error. So in chess, if you make a calculating mistake, you just lose.
I see.
And in Go, your yeah, I think your
If it's
positional insight is more important than your calculating powers.
I see. Yeah, definitely. I've heard that at my level, where my teachers say you might have played this corner wrong, but it won't. Let's see how it's still salvageable, and that's something really nice about Go. That yeah, I've never thought about that. At least at our level, you are still afforded to make mistakes, and sometimes encouraged to because you get to really see different ways of how to approach things, and you might improve even better than just saying this is only the right move.
Yeah.
And definitely even with like Joseki, knowing as much as it is knowing a the proper Joseki, knowing how to respond to the bad Joseki or manage the bad Joseki is just as interesting. So that's really cool. Um, let me figure out what I'm gonna do in this situation real quick. Well, I think you're still gonna try and cut me off, so I'm gonna play that.
I was, yeah.
So how often do you play Go these days?
Now, the last few months, I almost didn't play any.
Mm,
Uh, I started a business together with my son. It's called Bit for Marketing. Maybe you see it.
okay,
The
nice.
logo of
Oh, I
this
see it in the lower right
podcast.
corner.
So as usual, I'm sponsoring myself. Yeah, so we put in a lot of hours at the moment.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, luckily we have also like a little bit success. So it's nice.
Nice.
But okay, Go is a little bit less at the moment, but yeah.
The good thing about Go is that it's always there. So if you want to play some more, or uh, if you, but then you can always play. Are there local clubs near you that you go check out?
Yeah, there's the Amsterdam Go Club. This
Oh,
is one of the oldest Go clubs in Europe, and but I at the moment I don't go there very often. But a few years ago I was always playing, but now, yeah, not so. But
I see.
this can also change, like in
In an
a few
instant.
months when things are settled.
Cool. And what is the atmosphere like in a European Go club? I talked about it with a bunch of friends. I had a friend named Nick Sabicki who went over, and also just in my own opinion or in my own views, a lot of Go is played in bookshops and coffee shops in America. That seems to be the places that we can find that are big enough for me to play in. If I went to a club in Europe, what would I expect to see?
Oh, I think the most clubs, I'm not very sure because I can only tell for sure what's like here in the Netherlands,
Mm-hmm.
and in other countries, I seldom go to club evening. I mostly go to tournaments, and
Right.
those are held in like schools or special buildings. But for example, here in Holland and in Germany, I
Mm-hmm.
have a few clubs in Berlin. It is like yeah, uh, more a cafe, like a bar, but like on a night that there are not so many people and there's a small room in the back, something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you will see like 10 to 50 people, something like this.
And is there usually drinking? I've
Ah,
heard that there's a lot of drinking.
there, also the little bit depends in the country.
Mm,
If you, yeah, there are some places where there's a lot of drinking, but I'm not a drinking person, so
I see. I definitely want to go visit and play in a bunch of Go clubs. That sounds really interesting. Um, oh, that's an interesting.
you're always welcome here, Kevin.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
so in Amsterdam, you can go like the whole week. You can go to the Go Center.
Mm-hmm.
So there are always somebody you can play with, and there are two club evenings here in Amsterdam. Oh yeah, and the Go Center. So actually, you can 3 nights in the week you can play Go in Amsterdam,
Really?
and during the whole week in the Go Center. So but it's like exception. So in most places, there's just one evening in the week that you can play Go.
Oh, cool. That's really great. Yeah, where I'm in Texas, we only have I run the Go Club and we only have once a week. So anything where you can play more Go, that really does sound great. Let me make sure my group's alive. So let's see, what else can we see what have we talked? Review, return. Let's see.
I should have warned you. I always want to have four corners and the center.
I noticed that with this opening, when you went for 2 3 3 points, and then when you took the corner, I should have been better about planning my method of play. Hmm. A stronger player would be trying to count and know what know what I would like to be doing in this game.
What is your level, Kevin?
I'm about AJ 3 or 4 Dawn, um,
Well,
which is it's a mild accomplishment. I but I still have a long way to go. And
that is the nice thing. You can always you keep on learning.
yes, that is definitely how I feel about Go. My favorite thing is that every time when I started, I thought, oh, if I hit this level, it'll be great because I'll understand enough about the game.
Yes.
And as I've progressed, I just always feel that I don't
Yeah.
know enough, and that
You only become more dumb.
it definitely is that. I remember at one point early on when I learned Go, I thought, oh, if I know this, then Go progressing and learning will be easy. It's just this from here on out. And then as I learned more and more, I was like, this is just not getting any easier. Have you? I know there's a lot of wonderful European Go teachers. Do you interact with many of them?
um, not, yeah, some of them, like the biggest example is Catalin Taranu,
Yes,
Romania.
yes.
He's like, yeah,
Now, has he assisted in EuroGo TV? I think I've seen his
yeah,
name pop up once or twice.
yeah. So,
So what does he do in helping out EuroGo TV?
oh, he's like, without him, EuroGoTV would have never become what it is now. So when he was president of the Romanian Go Federation,
Hmm.
um, at least 5 times a year there was a tournament that EuroGoTV was invited in Romania, and this is like, yeah, a very big accomplishment because it's not a very like a rich country, and yeah, he had not alone only the power to play very strong level of Go, but he is also very good in making people exciting about Go, helping out and finding sponsors and organizing and stuff like this. This is yeah. I still cannot believe that the Romanian Go society didn't want him to be president anymore, because
Oh, I see.
from that moment on, when he was president, like Romania was the most important country in Europe in Go,
Hmm.
and now there's nothing happening there. So
Oh, that's such a
this
shame.
is so important. People are so important. Yeah, for what is happening. Uh, my English is not good enough to explain, but
I can see.
I don't believe in institutions, but
Hmm.
I believe in people, and yeah, this is one of the people that, yeah, really mean a lot of, did a lot of for Go,
Okay. And
much more than I did.
is he still he's helping out with this iteration of EuroGo TV, correct? Like the relaunch, is he helping out a lot?
The relaunch is just like last few, like last month or something like this,
Hmm.
and that is just me and my wife at the
Oh,
moment.
I
But
see. Okay. You should definitely ask him if he can provide some instructional videos. I'm sure people would really love to see that.
it will come. I, we, we will we will become in a position that we can pay him, because that is really something I wanted to do. I
Hmm.
could not afford it before, and now because we ask people to help,
Hmm.
and almost 500 people indicated that they're willing to pay for EuroGoTV services. They didn't do yet, but let's say let's say that the 300 people really do, then yeah, then I can pay people like Catalin and some other people.
That must be a really wonderful feeling of accomplishment, just to know that there are that many people out there that are really uh, eager to see that, especially with Europe.
Yeah, that's was I I stopped with EuroGoTV because I was like a little bit disappointed. I thought nobody cares, and then I said, okay, I told my father, I said I will stop, and then let's see how many people say, oh, please come back, and then we know it's okay. Then nobody, when I stopped, nobody, nobody wrote a letter or something, like
Right.
nobody cared. So then I was like really disappointed.
Hmm.
But like a few months later, then yeah, more and more people were suddenly saying, "Hey, what's up?"
It definitely is nice too, because I think there aren't many. There isn't too big of a European Go presence online, at least from what I've seen. If there is, let me know. And this is definitely going to be, feels like it could be a really big one. Um, that is definitely really great to see. I don't know how I'm going to win this. game, by the way. I think you beat me. I
Not
know,
yet.
no chance. But that is great to hear. So I guess in a timeline, when will we see Go TV start really pushing out content and really doing
Okay.
something?
First, as I said, I have this company together with my son, and we have now like almost six people who are working for us. And when we hit 12, I can ease back,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope that to be like in the next 2 months. And then you will, I hope you will be like, will we go very fast?
Okay.
And we will there are some people, somebody who will make like problems, and there will be daily problems, and there will be like the calendar. I think it will be like a very big asset.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we will be able to visit much more tournaments. So all, until now we only um, went to tournaments that paid us to come, and
Mm-hmm.
I hope to be able, yeah, also to go to like small nice tournaments that just don't have the money
Mm.
to invite us, but I
So,
invite myself.
are there any tournaments that you really like playing in that happen in Europe that you would recommend, someone checking out?
I like all the tournaments in Berlin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Berlin is like my second town
Okay.
besides Amsterdam. This is really nice, and yeah, I think Germany and French are the two, like, for like the Western Europe part, the hottest place.
Mm-hmm.
And Romania it was, but
Mm.
now like Russia is like yeah, really going fast. And also like from all the people who like donated the last month,
Mm-hmm.
remarkable lot of Russians. It's, yeah, it was really unexpected for me. So very nice to.
Definitely. And I know, is it next year? It's going to be in St. Petersburg.
Yeah, yeah.
So that
I'm
should
really
be
looking forward for that one.
cool. Cool.
I
And
was there for the European Youth Championship, and I yeah really had a very good time there. So I'm looking forward to go to St.
cool.
Petersburg for the Go Congress.
Um, and do you how many of the European Go congresses have you been to?
Uh, so let's see, played 12 years, and I missed 9.
9 of them. Wow. I've never been to them. We have the US Go Congress only does 1 week, but then they say, oh, they're in the European Go Congress, they do 2 weeks of Go
Yeah.
flying, which is that sounds great, but it also sounds very tiring.
Yeah, it is, but it is, yeah, very, very nice. So you should come.
I should come. I will definitely strive to. St. Petersburg does sound really interesting to do. What's a European Go Congress like? Like, what are the activities like usually at a European Go Congress?
Mm, yeah, it depends on the person. There are people who are like are very serious, and they play like 10 rounds, so one game a day.
Mm-hmm.
Plus they play the rapid tournament, the lightning tournaments, and they play simultaneous games with professionals and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people who play the tournament and go have like party every evening. Yeah,
It
but
sounds like a
also like
U.S. Go
football
tournament.
tournaments and stuff like this. So it's not just go. You can really go there with your whole family and have a nice time. It's like a vacation.
Cool, cool, cool. And I know there is a lot of Asian assistance with some of the European Go tournament, Go Congress, correct?
Yeah,
And so,
and it used to be like mainly Japanese
mm-hmm,
until like let's say 2003, 4.
mm-hmm,
Then the Koreans came up,
mm-hmm,
and now it's like the Chinese that
cool.
are.
Yeah, definitely. All across the globe, I feel everyone's making a very strong push towards trying to popularize Go more. Have you felt that as well?
Uh, that I've mixed feelings about it. So from my point of view, the Japanese they really wanted to make the game bigger, and
Mm-hmm.
they saw it as a culture thing, and the Koreans they already tried to convert it into a business model, but
Mm,
they didn't succeed. And the Chinese they just make it a real business in my opinion.
definitely. Yeah, I've seen
And that's this for me is a little bit. I liked the romantic side of it, the philosophy of how the Japanese did it. But
I see.
maybe it's because that was how I got in contact with Go.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I would have learned it today, it would be different. I don't know.
It is possible. So I guess in Europe, was Go sort of spread the same way through the Japanese?
Yeah,
Okay, cool, cool. So I think that is also why such they have such a strong influence with how we even talk about
yeah,
certain Go terms is
yeah,
because
yeah,
that most people when they learned it they learned it with Atari or a Hane or a Joseki. We don't call it by the Chinese name or the Korean name, which makes it really interesting when you get your game reviewed by a Korean professional and they start using Korean terms and you're like, oh, let me look my dictionary up and see what this means. Um, let me see. Oh, that's what you're going for. Okay. Nice. And are there any big hopes that you have for Go, be it how you play or um, maybe how the state of Go in Europe, just how you want the game to be perceived or what numbers you want to see in terms of Go, like going forth.
I think that the big problem for Go, and not only for Go, is the fast moving computer games. So young kids, the youth is always the future.
Mm-hmm.
Young kids they have so much distraction from online video games that I I don't I cannot see Go beat that.
Mm.
So I think I'm afraid that Go will always be like yeah for not so many people.
Yeah, I understand. I definitely that is a huge worry. One of the interesting things I've heard, and I think I talked about it once on a previous episode, was uh, this idea of sort of how Go got big, and sometimes you talk to a lot of people who play Go or a lot of the stronger kids, and you say, oh, you wonder what their parents' background is, and it's actually they were maybe a college student that really enjoyed playing Go, and they said, okay, well, when I have children, I want to teach them Go, and that's where they're learning, and it's a really interesting long view,
Yeah,
and I
I
think
think you have a very good point there because in Asia people are very proud when their son or daughter learns how to play Go, and
mm,
it means something. But here in Europe, people want to learn their son or daughter how to play chess, but
Right.
they don't know the game of Go. So I for a time I was a teacher in chess and also in Go,
Mhm.
and I could like ask a lot of money to teach chess,
Mm.
and I could not give Go lessons for free.
Right.
And so yeah, people just don't know the game.
But I think the thing you talked about earlier that I think is important, I think, is the entertainment value. Because and I think that is a really smart, really good way of approaching it, where you say, you know, if they think it's fun,
Yeah,
then you have a chance against something that might be a little bit more fast paced or a little bit more action oriented for a child. If they see like everyone else started when they saw the Japanese cartoon Hikaru no Go, they thought, oh, this is really cool. So well, let's go and learn it. And definitely being able to emphasize something that's um, really fun about the aspect. If we can find a way to explain why this is so interesting and so fun, I think that's a really good way to uh, to push it. So I think like we talked about, it can feel sometimes that yeah it's very hard to have a chance to fight for a child's attention or anybody's attention with this game. But I think the things we're doing and the things you're doing will definitely help that.
I hope so.
um, let's see. Where are we on time? I think we're about 15 minutes. Let's play a few more moves and let's have a few more talk a little bit and then we can probably wrap it up soon.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Let me look at this game real quick. Is there any really interesting experiences that you've had either playing Go or meeting a professional that you really find memorable?
No, no, I cannot say.
Oh, you can't? Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Ruined your nice question, but no, cannot make more than it is.
I see. Yeah, definitely. Do you interact with many pros at the European Go Congress?
Mm, actually, almost only with the European pros. So Catalin, Dinnerstein, Grotjan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It does seem like there's a lot more. Yeah, because you said Dinnerstein and Catalin. They both are. When did they start becoming pros? Do you remember?
they were already pros before I learned the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And when you saw that, were you really inspired? Like, oh wow, even like there's now even a European presence in the Go world.
Mm, yeah, but they were already there, so for me it was like natural.
Oh, okay.
It,
And then I guess
the
do do
but you try to find for the new like the European pros.
right.
Uh,
Now when did that start? Do you remember?
actually, I don't want to brag, but it was one of my uh, ideas in 2010 in Finland. I gathered all the strong European players, and I said I want to make a European professional league.
Mm-hmm.
And but I couldn't find the sponsors and to organize it in the way that I wanted, because I wanted to be like really like professional. The people really live from Go,
Right.
and how it's done now, it's just like a title, like, and
Mm-hmm.
it was not what I thought it should be. So I think there's enough room that people can really live from Go if
Mm,
you organize it right. And my idea was that the Go title would not be for life,
mm-hmm.
because then you have to pay somebody for life, and that's why even in Japan and Korea and probably also in China, things are not so working out very fine in a professional way. They have a lot
Right.
of trouble financing themselves, and yeah, I think a very good system for that, and I hope to prove that to the world someday.
That's great. Yeah, definitely the financial aspects of the Go world is really interesting and has come up a bunch. I interviewed one of the Chinese professionals from China, and or actually, he wasn't a Chinese professional. This was Wang Chen, who is a very strong amateur and actually had the chance to become pro once or twice, but he decided, no, I'll just focus on other aspects of life. And he plays in the amateur circuit and does
Mhm.
very well for himself there. And I think that is a very good point about the that aspect of Go, and also just trying a professional system. I think that would be really interesting to do.
Yeah, but yeah, the recent developments, yeah, crossed my plans. So now they have European pros that get for a few tournaments a year some money, but yeah,
Mm,
I think it's a missed opportunity.
I see. Let me try. I'm gonna do this first. So let's see. So I guess let's in terms of let's wrap this up. I guess what's the next big Go thing that you're looking forward to, be it a tournament or that you're going to attend, or a tournament? Maybe you're going to go to your club tomorrow night, or what's the next big Go thing that you're
In
going to do?
January, always the Dutch Championships or 2 weekends.
Oh,
And
what's that?
last year I even participated, but I lost all my games.
Oh, that's a so. When and where is that this year?
It's I think the second and fourth weekend of January.
Okay, and how big is that? Um,
That are I think 16 players. I think.
mhm. Okay, cool, cool. Well, I think that's a good place to stop it. Thanks again, Terry, for coming and talking to us about this. It's definitely uh, I like learning more about the Go world and just uh, the types of people that come and play in it. And usually, everyone I've met is usually centered around America. So it's a real pleasure to talk to someone from Europe.
Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in St. Petersburg.
I will do my best.
Ah, it would be really really nice.
All right. Thanks, guys. And until the next episode, take care, guys.